If a fish spends its whole life fishing to fly like a bird, it will never realize its true power to roll the entire ocean. And today's story will give you this lesson, one that can change the way you think. One of the biggest pains in life is when we start comparing our journey with others. We ask ourselves, why is she so successful and I'm not? But we forget her story and mine are not same. If a fish spends its whole life trying to fly like a bird, it will die thinking it's useless, while in reality, it can conquer the entire ocean. And today, because of social media, this habit of comparison has become poison. We scroll and see someone's success, someone's wealth, someone's beauty, and suddenly our own life feels small. Slowly, this thinking eats us from inside, leaving us hopeless. This story is for anyone who has ever whispered to themselves, maybe I will never be good enough. Long ago, in a small village surrounded by a thick green forest, there lived a boy named Jesus. He was honest, kind, and worked very hard. But there was one weakness eating him from inside. He always compared himself with others. When his classmate Lem scored top marks, Jesus thought, why cannot I be that smart? When his neighbor Ryan bought new clothes and showed off his health, Jesus said, if only I was that rich. Even when he saw someone running faster, he felt small. Why cannot I be like them? Day by day, these thoughts made him hollow. His studies suffered, his smile faded, his heart carried only one sentence, I will never be enough. One evening an old man visited the village Grandpa Joe. People said he carried the wisdom of the forest in his heart. Jesus gathered courage and told him, Grandpa, I try too hard, but I always feel less when I see others doing better. I don't think I will ever be like them. Grandpa Joe looked at him with kindness and whispered, tomorrow morning, meet me under the oldest tree in the forest. Your answer waits there. The next morning the forest was alive with birdsong. Under the massive oak tree, Grandpa Joe asked, Jesus, tell me what you see. Jesus looked around, so many trees, some tall, some short, some full of fruits, others bare. Grandpa Joe smiled. Now imagine if the apple tree cried, why am I not as tall as the coconut tree? Or the coconut tree said, I wish I had sweet fruits like apples. Would not that sound foolish? Jesus chuckled. Yes, very foolish. Exactly, Grandpa said, and yet every tree here makes the forest beautiful. Each has its own role, just like people. Then he walked Jesus to a pond. Fish darted in the water while a bird soared high above. Now imagine if a fish wished to fly and a bird wished to swim. What would happen? Jesus replied softly, they would both be miserable. Grandpa Joe placed a hand on his shoulder. Jesus, you too are like this forest, like this fish. You were not born to be anyone else. You have your own gifts. The day you stop comparing, you will discover them. Something shifted inside Jesus for the first time. He felt light as if a heavy stone had rolled off his chest from that day. He stopped comparing and started working on his own strength. Slowly his confidence returned. Years later, Jesus built a business with his own hands. People who once ignored him now admire him. And when they ask, how did you become so successful? He always answered with a smile. The sun never compares itself to the moon. Both shine at their own time and both are needed. So remember, your path is your alone. Stop chasing someone else's sky. Swim in your own ocean. That is where the true success lives. If the story touched your heart, don't forget to share it. Maybe someone you love needs to remind today.